Hey guys, Josh here, and the first major update for my time at Sandrock, Logan Strikes Back, is coming out in a few days on August 30th, and PATI Games, the developer, gave me access to the update a little bit in advance, so I got to try it, and today I would like to give you a preview and my first thoughts on the update. And let's start with something that might not be the most exciting, but still very important, and that's the optimization. The team at PATI Games worked really hard to reduce loading time and increasing the performance of the game. I did notice some improvements on my end. Loading times to go in and out of your house, for example, are now way shorter. I know this is an issue many people had with the game, and it can be annoying when the loading times are so long. So if you were one of those people that had issues with the loading times, I definitely recommend you give the game another shot and see if it runs any faster now. Next, let's talk about the real exciting stuff from the update. As the name of the update suggests, Logan Strikes Back. The core of this update is in the story. If you have not progressed too much into the story, you might not really notice what has been added in this update, but if you did, you will be happy to hear that hours of content have been added for both the main quest as well as side quests. I felt like I had done pretty much everything I could do before this update, but now there's just so much more to do. And I won't spoil anything, but you'll get to meet new characters, go to new locations, including some new ruins that you can explore to fight brand new monsters, and of course gather new resources to craft. So if like me you felt like you had done pretty much everything you could in the early access, just get back into the game and this update will keep you busy for quite some time. Besides story stuff, other things to do were added as well, such as the general commissions and the bounties. Until now, we could only do building commissions where you had to craft items with materials you would find in the different mines or dungeons, but now we have general commissions, and these on the other hand are mostly herbs, crops, dishes and other products from farming. And then we've got the bounties, which are unlocked a little bit later. Those will require you to eliminate specific monsters. I find these additions very interesting as they add a bit of variety and different ways to get money and increase your workshop levels, and really allow the players with different preferences and styles to enjoy the game in their own way. You can now focus on farming, fighting, or just crafting as usual, or do a little bit of a mix of everything. The social aspect of the game was also worked on a bit, and while there's no marriage yet, this is planned for a future update. There are now two new romanceable characters, Katori and Unser, and if you get to know them, you will have the option to go on a date with them, just like the other romanceable characters. I really like that there are so many characters we can romance in Sandrock, and more will be added later on. But if you are waiting on Katori or Unser, now's your time to get back into the game and start dating them. Not only that, but we can also throw parties now. After purchasing a banquet table at the game center and placing it in your workshop, you will be able to organize a party once a week. You can do either a regular party or a birthday party, and invite all of your favorite characters, and then when the day of the event comes, you will have to put food on the table. You can also have some music and fireworks, and it's gonna last for a few hours, and once everything is done, you will get relationship points with all of the characters, depending on how they liked the food. I think it's pretty interesting. I threw one party to test things out, and I think it's a great way to build relationships with many of the characters at once, and just fun to do something a little bit special and take a break from your builder duties. Of course, it's always more fun to host a party when you have a nice place, and for this reason, you now have way more options for decorating your workshop. There are tons of different doors, windows, and decorative items you can place outside. The maximum size of the yard has also been increased by quite a bit, but I have not reached that limit yet personally, though I know it will give you a lot more space to not only build a nicer, bigger workshop, but also of course for farming and placing all of your different machines. So that's it for the main content of this update, but there are a few other things here and there. As you play, you will find things like new hairstyles, outfits, and weapons. Oh, and there's also a new event that takes place in the new year, so make sure to check that out when you get the chance. Unfortunately, my save file was in summer, so I couldn't really test that out. So this update comes out on August 30th, just a few days from now. Feel free to check it out once it releases, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it. I think if you've already played Sandrock a lot and you were pretty much done with all of the quests, you will really enjoy this update, but if you haven't played too much, you might not really notice the differences. But in any case, there's already so much to do in this game. If you have not played My Time at Sandrock yet and you're not sure if this game is for you or not, I did a review of the early access. I will link to that in the description, so maybe check that out if you have the chance, and leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more My Time at Sandrock content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video.